guys, day 3, another day in paradise. As you can see, I'm already an inch taller with the mud under my boots. So this morning we finished off the posts yesterday in the plinth. I've just put the rails in, I'm about to screw these in. I screwed as opposed to nail, and then we'll start putting the pickets on and we'll start looking like a fence. So yeah, client's wrapped, so yeah, all good. I'll tell you what is good after a day like today in the drizzle and all that. 2 things. Hot shower, when you get all the sawdust and that off you. And when the kids go to bed, a couple of beers. Okay guys, what I'm doing here is where you make the joins, you know, put your rails in and your plinth butted in against the post, etc. I just use the no more's gaps to, it's not a structural thing, it's just an aesthetic, just closes where the joins are to give it a really nice finish. So this doesn't take long, and it's best to do it now before the pickets go, and then I'll start putting the pickets on. And once you work, the pickets don't take long. Nearly the same colour as your shoes, mate.
Yeah, I know, I have to wipe them up there. So imagine you want, not stored away.
This only takes about 10 minutes or so, then we'll start doing the pickets. See how that just gives it a nice finish in there? And when that's painted, it's just a nice finish.
What's the biggest fence you've got?
In length, probably a factor of where I live, Joel, i.e. Ascot Vale and that, where the block sizes aren't, you know, not massive, probably about 70 metres or something. My sweet spot is, you know, 15, 20 metres. I'm in and out in a couple of days. If you've got good access and you know, good delivery spot and all that, 20 metres a day is not too bad. You can do that. But what happens with my jobs, I'm parked like in Northcote last week. I'm sort of up the road in a loading zone, and so that's what I say to guys. I rang my brother one time, who was, as I said, at Jim's Fencer under Dave Morrison. I rang him one day, it was a Friday night. He goes, "How's your day?" I said, "All right." Knocked off 15 metres. I said, "How's your day?" And he's got a gang of about 10 blokes, him and his business partner. "Oh yeah, we did 1.2k of fence in a day." I'm going, "Right, thanks mate."
Is it just they just go out with the franchisee and just do their normal workload, or how does it work for training?
Yeah, well, basically, yes, you're right. So you're with, say, the training they're going to get, and some guys understand it and get it when they're coming on, before they're coming on board. Other guys don't. So, and they think, oh, they're going to learn everything in 8 weeks. But as I say, it's dictated by what the trainer has on and booked and all that. What we try and do is, by the time you come out of your week, 8 weeks, you got your bread and butter. Your bread and butter being your timber paling, colour bond. And if, say for instance, if Evan had, this doesn't happen, but say if he had 8 weeks of timber paling, and we're getting halfway through or 2/3 of the way through, and they hadn't done a colour bond on it, I ring a couple of the other guys, right, who's got a colour bond job, just so they give the basics. And the other thing I do is when, for whatever reason, a guy hasn't done one of the bread and butter things, I'll give him my labour for nothing, and I'll teach them on site when they come up to do one, which I've done a couple of times. So I'll go and build a colour bond job with them for a couple of days, my labour nothing, and teach them on site. So what we're doing is we're doing 3 down and then across. So what I'm trying to do is work out, okay, that's my lowest one, which is 900. My highest one will be like that.
when you go to quote that, you guys literally come out and you discuss it, or you reference this fence, or how do you?
I mean, you talk about it, he goes, what can I do? I said, oh, well, you can go straight across. What you'll see some dodgy people do is this, they'll have this up here somewhere. But that's a feature. So it should stand alone. Yep. So that's why I'd say to people, have there. Now whether you want to go all the way across or you want to come down. So we spoke about going down 3 and then the 4th one is straight across, but I'll just double check. Sorry Joel, can you just hold that in place? So all I'm doing here is measuring it and working out roughly the space between each picket. Yep. In that little bag, I've got all little offcuts that are 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 mil, yep. And you just use a chock. Right. So it's just then a matter of working out. So you roughly use the width of the picket, give or take. So I might start 3860 divided by 20, sorry, minus 20, it's 3840 divided by 88, let's say 88. So 41 times by 93.5, 3833. So basically 25 mil gets me within 1.5 mil. Just, it gets me close enough. So if I go 41 pickets times by 93.5, 3833, perfect. So basically 25. Sorry, I was looking for my number. So what you do is you start at each end and work towards the middle. Yep. And that way, so you're not going to the end and go, ooh, that doesn't work. You can play with it a bit. So using the saw just gives a nicer finish at the bottom. So I'm just, so they're the 2M ones, and now the next 2 pickets are going to be 48 mil less, and then the next one 48 mil less, and then it's the 900s all the way across. And what I did with this one, to my advantage, the ones that are on the bottom, the low ones, they're all 900. Right. And that's 90 centimetres. Yep. So I don't have to cut them. That's what you buy them in. Less minus 48. Little things make a big difference. So what happens is I'm just doing the 3 down, yep. And then it's basically all the ones that are already cut. Six on, 41, so 35 times 90. 3.5, 3272. I'm pretty close. See, I'm just working backwards, like to do, 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 do. And sometimes with the pickets they can be a bit average, but unfortunately there's nothing you can do about it. So basically what we do now, see how these are all, no, you just go, and just basically it's just a matter of remeasuring. Yeah, a bit chilly when the breeze comes out, isn't it? See how I'm coming in, so it gives me flexibility.
Yeah.
Because the eye, if I keep going and I get to the end and go...
Yeah. And it's the deal. Yeah.
So you just come in the middle, reassess, remeasure. Don't get yourself too dirty. There you go, boys.
What do you give yourself out of 10 for this one?
I do love myself. No, it's a good one. It would be better if it wasn't all this crap over it, so I just want to give it a bit of a hose just to, yeah. And so now all he has to do is give that another coat on the front, tap it up, like even with a roller. That'll plug those holes. It'll come up a treat. Guys, thanks for joining me for the last 3 days. We've finished it today. This is just the fence part. So today we're putting on the rails and we put the pickets on, 3-step down then straight across, Windsor style, client's wrapped. And what I choose to do is I don't put the gate in until after my fence is put in, so that now I'll go away and get that measured exactly how I want it. So it's a perfect fitted gating, and then I'll come back and put the gate on and with the pickets and put a new letterbox in. So yeah, if anyone's looking for a quote for gym fencing, 131 546.